Hello, and welcome to another episode of Wryne's Wasteland, Camp Reviews and Dumpster Fires of the Commonwealth. Oh my goodness, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to try and look at some camps on the server that I'm on to see if there's anything out there that I can find that's done well. That's built to a... I'll be rating camps on a scale of 1 to 10. I will give criticism to those that, well, to those camps that honestly need it. And if it's one of your camps, I will also try and give you a way to improve it when I'm talking to you about it. Unless it's a complete dumpster fire, then, yeah, that's on you. I'm sorry. There's a lot of things that I will not even pretend to think there's a way to fix other than tearing it down. So let's get started with this. We're going to go ahead and look at the world map, see if we can find any camps that are open. Okay, first camp of the day. It's Theopolis 55's camp. This thing is just above Slocum Joe's, just south and east of the Landview Lighthouse, and right here is Vault 76 to give you just a frame of reference. It's one of the first areas you really should come to when you are in this game on your first round. I apparently have a weight problem. Too many tacos. Alright, that should take care of that. Let's go take a look at Theopolis 55's camp. Hopefully it's something cool. I have no idea myself. I have not been here before. I do not know this person, but it is a very common location for people to build in at the beginning of the game because you are right across from the Golly Mine. Alright, it is also a good spot for vendors that are trying to sell low-level items to players, if you're looking to do that. Because, again, you are right across from Golly Mine. People coming here typically have a bit of gaps. Alright, so you have some vegetables out here in front. You have a stairwell going up. You have a waste of budget in placing floor tiles out here in the water for no reason other than you can. But hey,
this unit has been programmed.
Not like there's the ground or anything to plant your stuff. But hey, I understand it's a look. Alright. These walls that you see in front of me are from the
Happy Holidays
pack that you get when you get your vault unlocked. You get a vault in this game by going to any of the train stations, like, for instance, Morgantown train station. You find a sign there that will send you back down to this little shack right here, the isolated cabin, which will let you pick a lock and go all the way up to Vault 51 and get your own private vault. It'll also unlock this building tile set, which is nice. This flooring is from the Atomic Shop, or one of the many that can be purchased in the Atomic Shop, or I was going to say one of the many that can be unlocked from some of the seasons, but I honestly think this is an Atomic Shop one. I think that they actually paid money for this. Yeah, same with this one in here. I'm pretty sure this one, although the wallpaper came from... Yeah.
I just can't shake these nightmares.
Yeah, wallpaper.
Just why?
So as you can see here, they decided to build an upper floor, and they used roofs above us.
Again.
How can you tell? Well, these are roof joists. They are on the flat roofs. If I remember right, these are from the metal roofs, or possibly asbestos.
Oh, no. Everyone appears to have died.
Yeah, they have participated in this game for quite a while, I would say, by the level of things they've picked up, or have been very good at finding stuff for sale in other people's vendors. Let's see, if you're going to use stairs like this, you might as well just go ahead and actually use floor tiles for your upper floor. Because this is just, well, its roof. You can actually use floor tiles and put down carpets and make rooms and do awesome things. This camp has no awesome things. On a scale of 1 to 10, he does have his shelter here, as I said. I would say this one probably rates about a 3. It is better than some in the fact that the person obviously built it. It's not a prefab in any way, shape, or form. It is built to their specifications and their liking. If you saw a house like this in the real world, you would probably wonder what kind of crack the person is smoking. But we'll go ahead and leave it at that. This is the Wasteland after all, and
If you are
people
not
live in the
satisfied
Wasteland. I mean,
with your gift,
do a lot of
This
drugs in the
unit
Wasteland, and
is not authorized to make exchanges.
I just
We'll leave it
can't
at that.
shake these
Contact
nightmares.
your closest
Floating in
patrol.
space forever.
but yeah, that's a total waste of budget there with those flooring tiles. Total waste. And yeah, I would totally try and build something that looked like a house, but this one kind of looks. I don't know. Moving right along. We're gonna go up here to Morgantown Station. There's another Madgar 29's camp is up here. It looks like Madgar might actually be getting ready to go offline. We'll see if we can get there before he does. I really need to fix this weight problem. I don't like the fact that I can barely move. But we'll go check out Madgar's camp. This is a basic camp icon. It's not been changed. The Thermopolis at least used the one for Halloween. That comes from the pumpkin house in-game. You can change your camp icons by going on your map and actually changing them whenever you place your camps. This person did... I would say this is a low-level player's camp. They did the bare minimum. They put down a something that they could sleep in. Yeah, this is somebody's vendor, I think. Or just their storage character that they've got online. This is the bare minimum most people do with the storage character whenever they have multiple characters that they're running on. I don't even know if this is actually his camp. Is this? Maybe. There's another camp right over here, and it doesn't even show up on my map. So let's go over to this one. We'll let him provide his camp management and do that kind of stuff over there on his own. We'll check out this one over here. It's not on my map. I don't see an icon for it, which means the player has turned it off or didn't bother to turn it on. They have used the newer version of the glass walls that came out, the ones you had to buy in the Atomic Shop. That right there is from this scoreboard. That is, or last scoreboard, I think. It's a piece that is the building kit that you got in it, which I think is Responders themed. Floor tiles here, I want to say, are from the water park set. They obviously built this place to be a greenhouse. You've got greenhouse plots in here, so you can actually plant stuff. You've got door here, which I can't access for some reason. It's probably where their bed is. I'll just go ahead and say that's most likely what it is. Nope, my mistake. Their bed's up here. That's probably where their well, no, there's their power too. They've got that. It's kind of funny. It's one of the few. This is one of the few building setups that you can honestly say solar generators on the inside of the building would still be able to collect power. So, well done in that regard. This is their bed. This again is from the aliens invasion stuff that drops, if I remember correctly, or it's from the Atomic Shop. I don't remember which, but it's not a bad item. It's kind of freaky. When your character gets in it, you kind of float. I'm not going to activate anything because, in all honesty, that is not what I'm here for. But it's a nice shaped building. The fact that they built it as a greenhouse and they have plants in it is cool. The fact that they have floors that are solid over top of those planting beds is kind of dumb, unless you're going to put lights above them to, you know, make the grow lights. I don't know whose camp this is, because it's not on the map. It's also not listed. But hey, it's camp. It's built better than the one we saw before. This one at least has a theme and actually went with something that looks sort of normal as far as real world applications go. As far as game world applications go, this is like the most, one of the better camps you'll find. It's like a level, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, it would probably rate somewhere around 6, because they actually tried to build something relatively cool. I haven't quite got it down yet, but they're working on it. I can give credit where credit is due. They're definitely working on it. Alright, one more just for fun. Let's go ahead and get my weight back under control again. We'll go, let's see. From where we are, we've been here to Thermopolis. Let's go to Bear PB's camp. We were here yesterday, or the day before, I don't know. It all depends on when the videos get posted. But I was here at this location before, if I'm right. It should be the same location that I was at yesterday. It's down near the water treatment plant. It's down near Poseidon Energy. It's right across the way from Sutton. Just north of Somersville. Yeah, that last camp, that person is headed in the right direction as far as figuring out how to build in this game. They just haven't quite got a theme down yet for what they want to do. Now, this one here is a little bit better themed, I would say. And it is the same location I was at yesterday. Only I think it's just a little bit to the left of it. I think the camp that I was at before was right over here. And this one is just a little bit further down the street. This is built like a raider-themed camp. It is built in an area where you are going to have things spawn and have to kill things periodically. Just the way things are.
I can't believe this is just
They have
how
plenty
it
of
is
turrets
now.
set up where the other guy didn't yesterday. They have their vault access right here. They have put up their walls. They have planted plants in the ground versus having to use a plot for it and affecting their budget. They have put up security measures for this area. They have a follower here that's active and has a gun and takes care of things for them. They built in the water, which, although is something I wouldn't do, I totally understand why others do it, because again, it's easy to place those water collectors in there and get the most out of it. They've taken the time to build their camp up around the fact that they're going to be attacked from certain areas. They expect it, they know it. The building itself is not that great as far as design work goes, but it is a building. It is something that the player built themselves. And if you come in here, this is basically their workroom. They have all of their working items that they need to repair, do everything they need to eat, weapons, ammo, all the benches are labeled, and they've got a bed in here that's, you know, easily accessible for their character to get their buffs up for different events. They put a lot of decoration up. They have not used any wallpapers. They have used textured flooring. I want to say this whole set came from one of the previous scoreboards. I think it's the Mistress of Mystery set, and then you've got roofs up here instead of using traditional floors, again like the first camp that I looked at today. Which, I mean, depending on what aesthetic you're going for, I understand it. But, yeah, it's just not my thing. And this seems like a bit of a waste. Because one of these will get the job done. Two of them just seems a little bit overkill. But that's just me. Again, not a bad camp overall. Not great. Aesthetically, it's not pleasing to look at. It's kind of a, hey, look, I completed all these scoreboards. Here's all the scoreboards that the person has obviously completed. They're probably busily finishing up the one that they're on now, if they haven't already. Which, by the look of it, I'd say they haven't, because they haven't got anything posted up of the newer gear. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say this one probably ranks probably about a 6. I can't give it more than a 6. I mean, it's not that it's not a well-built camp and the player did it. It's just that it's not. It's just kind of like a pile of stuff. It has a theme. Well, I mean, I could say that it's Raider themed, but in all honesty, it's more like postmodern junk kitsch. It is just stuff there for you to look at and for them to use. Not bad, though, overall. I mean, good job, Bear. At least you built something. Okay, we've got a guy down here, and this guy is... I'm just going to call him Numbers, because Numbers is what I call these. Because I don't know why they're coming up as numbers, unless they're playing on an account that is totally borked, or they're in another country and it's forcing their name to convert to that, because sometimes it does that with other languages that are not English in this game. It will show them as a bunch of random, looks like random numbers to me, but to them probably not. But let's take a look at this one and see what we got here. Now, as far as locations go, this is the Rusty Pick. It is a location that everybody should learn about in the game, because it is where you go to redeem your scripts for your, what do you call it? Legendary items. You've got the fire department, Charleston, right here, so it's part of the Fire Breathers quest line. And you got the Hornwright Air Purifier. We are just south of the AVR Medical Center. We're technically up on the hill, and we are in the ash. Well, mostly in the ash. Let's see what this camp looks like. Oh, I gave it a few extra minutes because I thought stuff wasn't loading in. My mistake. Yeah. Well, as you can see, they have a lot of turrets that they don't actually need. They have Beckett here. Hopefully they're doing his quest line and trying to finish that off. They have this workbench, which they didn't need that either. All of this stuff could have gone away. This is probably
around here somewhere.
I would say hopefully they built something in their shelter, but given the nature of their camp, I doubt it. Anyway, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give this one a, yeah, I'll give this one a 1. Yeah, it's not a complete dumpster fire, because there's nothing really here. I mean, it's totally pointless. It's a total waste of camp. Yep, total waste of camp. Let's go back up here. This one is near Newgad. It is, Jonalins. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this name, so I'm going to stop butchering it now and just say we're going to this camp. It's near Newgad and Lakeside Cabins. It is just south of Somerville. It is literally in the lake. If it's where I think it is, we should be near a cabin in the lakeside that typically spawns scorched. This person probably has some water purifiers stuck out for gathering water, because it's a easy area to do so in. Alright, giving it a couple seconds to come on in. Here's the boat. There's the little cabin I was talking about. There's your water purifiers. They have plants planted in the stream bed, which should probably be the most fertile area in the game, in all honesty. Because it's river bottom. As long as it's not like hard like concrete, it should be fertile as sin. You've got a basic structure built on a raised platform. This is a brick structure. It is obviously going to need security with being so close to Nugad, which is right over there. There's a floater right there you can see in the distance. Coming in here, they have used all of the freebie textures that you get from joining Fallout First. Because this floor, these walls, all that stuff are free for Fallout First members. This is their obvious workroom where they make repairs, do their stuff. They cared enough to actually put up wallpaper and decorate it, at least in that fashion. Up here you've got more wallpaper, you've got no flooring change out. Excuse me. They have wallpapers up to make the room look different. Yeah, it's kind of a collector's house. You can tell. I mean, these are collections. This is collections. That's collections. That's collections. They've got a bathroom behind the curtain, which I won't show you the burnt out toilet or the burnt out what do you call it? Bathtub that's in there. They have gone out of their way to build a building and build it relatively well. They're not using the area for everything it could be because they could be collecting this as well with a resource generator, as well as the water. But on a scale of 1 to 10, and I would say this one probably rates a good solid 7 because they at least tried to build a building and make it look halfway decent. I mean, the last one rated a 1, and it was literally just a few things stuck in the middle of nowhere. So we'll go with a 7 for that one. Alright, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to stop for the day. And we're going to go to Bogies and Brews camp. Or Boggies. Is it Boggies? Yeah, maybe it's Boggies. Anyway, it's camp. It's here. It is along the rail line. It is just to the west and south of Vantage. It is to the south and east of the White Spring Bunker, and it is north of the Mountainside Bed and Breakfast. And they have a pet. I can hear it. They actually went to the trouble of catching a sloth and getting it transported here. They're actually built underneath the power lines, which makes for an interesting location because you have a certain level of verticality you can achieve by building in this thing. I've seen people build all the way at the top. That is a pain in the butt, but it is possible. The only problem with pets, if a Scorch Beast comes by or somebody drops a nuke and it gets the Scorch trait, it will trash your house. Just so you know. They have a shelter, which is there. They have built out of the metal, standard metal, and looks like the Brotherhood metal build sets. You have the generator, the alien generator, which is kind of cool. And you have a cow and a few planting beds. Again, doing this in an area where you can actually plant plants is kind of dumb because you can fit more in your camp if you don't use these foundations. But it's up to you. The roof they used are the ones from the Brotherhood set. These are the Enclave turrets. And look, they completed a couple scoreboards. This again is a collector's camp. They have a few items that are kind of cool. Some mannequins walking around. They themed it up like a enclave science experiment, which is kind of cool. You've got your Brotherhood of Steel table here, set on an enclave placemat in the center. Didn't bother with wallpapers because, hell, it's a steel building. And you really don't need them if you're going this way. It's kind of like a warehouse. This one in the back, however, they did add some wallpapers just to probably make it look a little different because this is part of their work area, their workroom that they have. Everything else is, you know, scattered around this room. It's kind of cool. They've got the fish TV, which is one of the things that's actually hard to get. It only drops in one of the special events as an item that you find either in a pail or a box or a party bag. I'm not 100% sure which event that comes from, but I know it drops in one of the events. They've got their plushies on display because this guy, this plague doctor here, needs to make sure that all these plushies know their place. He's trying to make sure that they understand they're supposed to be up on these shelves over here with the rest of the... I'm just kidding. I have no idea why they did that other than just fill in. But it's kind of cool. I totally get it. It's a nice
I
camp.
just can't shake these nightmares.
I hate this rug, but I
Living
hate
in
this
space,
rug
right?
always.
Just
On a
why?
scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give this a... oh, excuse me, didn't mean to bump into you. I would probably give this one about an 8 because they did try and do more than just set up their stuff and tried to do something relatively cool with it, even though it is a relatively small camp. But hey, that's the way it goes in the Wasteland. So we've only found like one camp that I would call a dumpster fire and one camp that I would probably call decent. Bunch of beginner stuff though. Anyway, I hope you liked this. If you did, you can like and subscribe. This is Wryne's Wasteland Camp Reviews for Fallout 76 and dumpster fires at the Commonwealth. Oh my god. The pain it is to get one of those things to actually be at your house. You just do not understand. It is definitely a collector's camp. You have to be a collector to go for that. Just because of the amount of stuff that you have to do to get them here. Anyway, again, you guys have a good day. It's been fun. I will try and make another one of these in a little bit and see how it turns out. Good luck.